Hey, this is Steve. Hope you're all having a wonderful Friday. I just want to answer a question I get quite a bit, actually, and that is people ask me, hey, can you do emotion code and body code work on young children, on babies, on toddlers, on my pets? And the answer is absolutely. I love working with kids and toddlers and all that because often you can get really quick, very effective results. You know, one of the problems parents deal with in their children's health is sometimes there's a communication issue. They're like, what are you feeling? What's going on? And it can be so frustrating to try and figure out what's going on with them and help them. And so doing emotion code and body code work, basically you do muscle testing on the child's behalf, and I do all my work by phone and internet. And what it allows you to do is allows you to very quickly zero in on the core underlying issues. This is something I use quite a bit with my own children. We've always been very holistically minded in our family, and have been incredibly fortunate that my 3 children have never had to go to the doctor due to illness. They, like my son's at the chiropractor right now. We do stuff like that. But they've never gotten so sick that I've had to take them to the medical doctor. If I needed to, I would. Not a problem, but it just hasn't been necessary. So I do quite a bit of this work on my friends' children who, for example, are having emotional issues. They're like, what's going on with my kid? I just can't figure it out. Is it, is it nutritional? Is it something they went through an experience? What's going on? And sometimes the answers are typically much different than you would think. I had one of my friends asked me to help her with her young daughter, and it turns out that the key underlying issue for her daughter was actually something that they had experienced a few years before when their family dog got attacked by a neighbor's dog, and their daughter was present, and it made a huge impact on her emotionally that it still carried through years later. So that can be super helpful. One of the things I do quite a bit with, and I just want to show you an example, is as a body code practitioner, what you do is you have access to a very wide range of potential imbalances, and I'll show you this really quickly. So the body code is just this, it has a couple different categories, and under these categories can be a lot of different imbalances. So for example, up here on the upper left is energetic underlying imbalances. From emotional stuff to spiritual things. You could deal with potential toxicity in the environment that's impacting people. You could have misalignments in the nervous system or the skeletal system. Or you could be like, you know what? They're actually missing something out of their diet. So really can be all over the place. Now, one thing that I found is I'll just give you a quick example. Recently, a friend of mine asked me to work with her 15-month-old daughter, and just the cutest kid, Finley. She's such a sweet girl. But my oldest daughter actually babysits for her too, and both the mom and my daughter commented on how the kid, you can feed her, but she never acts like she's full. She's sign language. She's always more food, more food, more food, more food. And they're like, what is her deal? We fed her. Is it a weird emotional thing? Is she missing something in her diet? What's going on? As a parent, you're like, oh, you're super stressful. So I want to play really quick the video that her mom sent me on the results of the coaching session I did for her daughter, and we did that by video conferencing with her. So let's check out this real quick.
Tell you about Finley being muzzle tested. She's actually sleeping in the back seat right now. She was having an issue always eating for like months. It wasn't a growth spurt. She was constantly wanting food. And she's happy, she's laid back, she's fantastic, but this need for food was really starting to concern me how much she could eat. So I talked to Steven, he did a muscle testing with her, and it turned out she needed a little tweak in her diet. We immediately put that into action, and she immediately changed. She no longer needs that food like constantly. She asks for it for breakfast, and she eats her breakfast, gets down and plays. and she's more laid back and relaxed. At one point, she even laid on the floor and just giggled for a while. I mean, if you know Finley, she's happy anyway, but this was a whole nother level. It was fantastic. So if you have any concerns about anything, definitely talk to Steven. I mean, this is awesome, awesome tool to have in our belt. Have a great day.
Cool. Well, I tremendously appreciate the feedback from people like that, and it's a lot of fun to work on kids. So if you have any questions on anything like that, feel free to message me or text me or anything like that, and I'm happy to answer them. Anyways, hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I look forward to hearing from you.